I have a plea order. So there.
Cesare.
All right, we're off to a strong start here. Criminal trespass is essentially being somewhere you're not supposed to be, and facing some serious consequences. 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. Yikes. But wait, there's a deal on the table. 12 days. In jail with credit for time served? That sounds like a lifeline. But let's see how Mr. Caesar navigates this.
Mr. Cesare?
Right.
Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 12 days in jail with credit for the 4 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. Do you understand?
Sure.
Yes or no? I need to know that you can actually understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can understand what you're saying.
You also need to understand that from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this, undo this. You understand? You still want to do this?
I guess I have no choice.
You got to be sure. There's no wishy-washy here because, once you do this, this isn't like Target. You could just return it because you don't like it anymore. Once you plead guilty, it's a lifetime decision you make. There's no turning around.
Whoa. Here's the kicker. Not only does this go on his record for life, but any new charges automatically come with at least 30 days in jail. It's like a time bomb just ticking away in the background. He's essentially signing up for a life sentence of legal headaches, all in exchange for a deal. This is a huge decision.
Your other option is to go to trial. Those are the two options that you have.
I guess. Yeah.
Are you guilty of this offense? You either are or not. There's no.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Set it for trial.
Then we set it for trial. See, the deal is this, Mr. Zare. We don't plead people guilty who are not guilty. If you're not guilty of this offense, then they either dismiss it, or if they feel that they have a good case.
I explained this to him, Your Honor, but I told him if you're not guilty, then we go to trial.
Right.
So I'm not going to plea him, Your Honor.
This is not, it's not a game. It is, so you either are or you're not. Reasonable minds can differ. The evidence points to whose side is correct. I haven't seen the evidence. I have no idea. When we get to trial, that's when we all get to see the evidence. But there may be, body cam, there may be videos, there may be eyewitness testimony. I don't know. But until we get to trial, I'll never know. So, you were allegedly there at the time. I have no idea. You either are or you're not.
I was visiting.
Look, I don't want you to talk about the case. You just understand, a lot of people try to justify things by what they think is.
Here we go. I guess I have no choice. That's the moment when someone feels cornered. And honestly, it's tough to watch. But here's the reality. Legal decisions like this aren't like buying a car. You can't just take it back if you change your mind. This is a forever kind of thing. The question is this the right call?
Right. Even though if you think something is right, if it's still against the law, it's still against the law. I don't know. That's why we give you a lawyer, for the lawyer to tell you what the law is, what happened with your case, and whether you are in fact guilty of the offense charged. I don't know. If you want a little bit more time to talk to Greg, you can. It's up to you. But, once you do this,
Speak with him here.
yeah, once you do this, there's no turning back.
What was his last name?
Césaire.
Thank you.
No pressure on. Try this again.
You?
Yeah.
Come on up, Mr. Césaire.
Sit there.
I haven't talked to the attorney though, so I don't know.
Are you guilty of the offense of criminal trespass? Okay. Just understand that, from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. I don't know where this is from, but if you go back, chances are it's going to happen right again. So I don't know where this is from, but I probably wouldn't go back because if you do, you're asking for trouble.
It's an apartment complex, Your Honor, just so you.
I wouldn't go back. Just don't. Even if someone invites you, I wouldn't go back because they're going to call the laws are going to come and they're just going to mess with you. You know what I mean? That's just the reality. Now, like I said, you give up a lot of rights. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel citizen. There are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So no more trials. We're done today. All right? Okay, man. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to waive your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck.
Just gonna give you a
careful.
form. You go downstairs, you're done with this. Cleared up. All right?
Okay, guys.
Thank you. Go right there.